Now we're going to Covent Garden. Just come from Covent Garden Tube down here. It's a pretty awesome place to go to. Ah, there's a pub there. And there, over there, is the old Covent Garden Market, which was the fruit market of London. So I still don't know why we're in the Royal Opera House, but we're going to have a drink. And this is the view from the top over to the market. So this is the view from the top of the Royal Opera House across Covent Garden. And just behind we can just about see the London Eye. And the sun's coming out. Lots. So this better be awesome. We're queuing up. It's half an hour wait for a place called Dishum in Covent Garden. It's Indian, I think. We've got half an hour wait. There's loads of people here. Anyway, let's see what it's like. This is the Cutty Sark, which was once the fastest ship in the world. It was a tea clipper bringing tea from India, and it's the last surviving tea clipper in the world, and it's in Greenwich. This is Greenwich, a good place to visit, and we're going to visit the Painted Hall now, which is apparently the UK equivalent of the Sistine Chapel. We'll see. This is the Royal Naval College in Greenwich. If you're not from here, you will know it as Greenwich. This we're going to go into is the Chapel of St. Peter and St. Paul in Greenwich. And contrary to what I said earlier, this is the Painted Hall, but they've got scaffolding up. Anyway, we'll ignore that and imagine how it would be. We're gonna eat lunch in Goddard's traditional pie and mash shop in Greenwich. Real traditional East End London stuff, even though Greenwich is not in the East End. This is traditional pie and mash and liquor in a London cafe. That one's with gravy, and this one is with liquor. To be tried. This is a typical Cockney food. Cockney being from the East End of London, and it's called jellied eels. I'm going to try it in a minute. I've had some pie and mash with liquor, which is over here. Sort of halfway through this. Don't be frightened, kids, it actually is quite nice. And I'm going to try this in a second. Right, so now I'm going to try the jellied eels to see what they're like. As you can see, a lot of jelly. There you go. The jelly's a bit fishy, which I guess is normal as it's with eels. Here are the eels. Ta-da. I'm going to try a bit. I hate wasting food, so I'm going to try and eat it. It's actually not bad. Quite like eel. Right, let's get some more equipment in here. Take the skin off. There you go. Don't know where the eels come from. Hopefully not the Thames. So here we go. Try a bit of jellied eel. It's okay. Tastes like eel. Bit of cold eel. Trying to get the skin off, but anyway. It's okay. But I probably won't order it again because I don't want to deprive anybody else of it. But it's okay. So a little bit more on the jellied eel thing. Here it is. I'm going to eat this bit here. You know, it's not bad. I mean, I've eaten snails, I've eaten sheep's eyeballs, I've eaten camel in Morocco. It's up there. Not something I'd always order, but you know, it's okay. And it's traditional Cockney, innit? And to finish this English food extravaganza, we have a sticky toffee pudding with lumpy custard and a rhubarb crumble with lumpy custard. It tastes nice. There you go. That's the main thing. And this is Greenwich Market. It's how I remember buying sweets as a kid. And I found a sweet shop. Amazing. And this is the type of vibe you get from a street market in London. Loads of food and stuff all over the place. Lots of art as well. And for some reason, the French citron van is very, very popular with street markets for some reason. Not everybody's got a tea clipper at the end of their street. And up there on the hill, just up there, is the Greenwich Observatory, which we're going to go to afterwards, which is quite interesting for many things, especially for time. As in virtually everywhere in London, the old lives alongside the modern, and in between those two domes from the Greenwich National Naval Museum is part of Canary Wharf and the city office buildings. Now we're on our way up to the Greenwich Observatory up the hill. It's actually a nice little walk. Here you can spot stuff like the walkie-talkie, the gherkin, the shard, right the way over there, Canary Wharf, Financial Centre, and the O2 over there. Now this is a very confusing clock because it's the earliest electrically driven 24-hour gate clock, and this is BST, which is an hour behind European Standard Time. What can I say? There you go. Of course, in Greenwich, everything's about the time. Now, we've just been given 2 tips because it costs €20 to go in to see the Greenwich Mean Time line, and we've been told a tip, and we're just going to go up and find the Great Equatorial Telescope. Let's go. And this is the big Equatorial Telescope inside Greenwich Royal Observatory. This is the Greenwich Meridian. It goes right the way down the centre of the earth. That's an imaginary line. That's where Greenwich Mean Time originates, from here. There you go. We have on the left, just to this left of this, the east longitude, and on the right is the west longitude. Amongst all this leafy, jungly green stuff, we just cast our eyes up a little bit and we can see London. And over there you can see all the big sights. I can see the Shard, I can see the walkie-talkie, I can see St Paul's at a distance, I can see the Gherkin, and basically all of London from here. Over there's Canary Wharf and the city, and down there is the O2 Arena. Fabulous. Back on our way from the Greenwich Royal Observatory, and the other side is absolutely teeming with tourists, and this is a really quiet way down. We've discovered, just by chance, to use my favourite word, serendipity. And this is the Royal Observatory garden, just up there. You can just see the roof of the Royal Observatory. It's a very peaceful garden. You could come and have sandwiches or something and just sit down. It's very quiet, very nice. And there straight ahead is the arch of Webley Stadium, the national football, the national stadium, it's not only football. There you go. So unbelievably now we're in the Starlight Express Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, you know, the one on roller skates. So Here we go. Let's have a look what we're up to. And here is some sort of, looks like the Mad Hatter's Tea Party from Alice in Wonderland, but I didn't realise that rhinos and zebras and elephants were invited. And at the head of the table, gorilla. There you go, just near Paddington Station. We're inside Paddington Station and we're following the Grand Union Canal signs to go on apparently this amazing walk, which is quite unusual, but maybe less unusual than normal, but we'll see what it's like. And then just out the other side of the Paddington Station you have the canal. So who was named first, Paddington Bear or Paddington Station? But and this is called the Cheese Barge.
Don't worry about that.
This is like from 2 minutes, if that, from Paddington Station. Yeah, as I said, this is about 3 minutes now from Paddington Station, so it's busy central London, where you can see the roads going over the top, and you've got this canal, and we're walking to Camden Market from here. First of all, a place called Little Venice, and then Camden Market. And if you want, you can go there by boat. And it looks like here there is a boat podcast.
I thought we were going to find. Yeah.
I mean, if you can have a podcast, why not have it on a boat? And it's on air, apparently. Maybe we could get invited in. This is the Grand Union Canal, which at one point was really busy, carrying freight from London to the rest of the UK, probably to the Midlands, to and from, in fact, because London was a huge port. Up until about the 70s, they were still bringing in tea and spices and fruit and whatever from what was the colonies, and some of them were still the colonies. But here is just a peaceful place. There's a cormorant over there, so there must be fish in here, and it's really lovely, right in the centre of London. What could be nicer than coming out of the station, having breakfast, and then catching a water bus. So this is the junction of the Regent's Canal and the Grand Union Canal, and I've just read something that says that watching boats is called gongoozling. Gongoozling. So there you go. If you've been watching boats on these canals, this is Little Venice. Not quite like Venice, but you know, imagination and all that. So if you like watching boats, it's called gongoozling. Now you know. There's loads of little restaurants in these canal boats and cafes along the way. You just see over the tops of the trees some of the buildings of central London. There's even a heron over there, preening his feathers. It's weird being stared at by a heron. Some pretty nice houses along here. I mean, that lawn doesn't even look real. Maybe it's not. There's loads of wildlife along here. Here's a duck. Hello, duck. What do you reckon? Safer here than in Toulouse, huh? Much safer. You have to keep pinching yourself to realise that you're in central London. It's pretty amazing, this walk. Well, this is called, as we saw there, the blow-up bridge. And just over there is London Zoo. I think this is the monkey place, I'm not sure. Can't see anything there at the moment. I'll update you. This is the monkey swing place. I thought the other one was a little bit too open. Is that a monkey up there, or is it a statue of a monkey? I'm not sure. Let's go and have a look. Behind there, as you can see, is London Zoo. We've not seen anything apart from people. It's not a bad thing, I suppose. Oh, ducks, sleeping ducks. Let sleeping ducks lie. That's what I say. And then at the top, something a bit Chinese. Let's go and investigate that. People live in these boats. It's quite a big community back in Little Venice and along here. And there's also the obviously boat rides, and that Chinese thing, there's a heron just in front of it, is a Chinese restaurant right on the canal. And this is just before Camden town. There's a church here just off the canal.
It's not bad. I'm not, yeah,
Lots of bridges along the way, obviously because there's railways and roads across them all the way down. And all the way along you see these really, really nice houses with their little piers to get in their boats or whatever, as well as these guys that live on the canal in these narrow boats. Kids are always arguing, or even arguing with their chicks. I guess they grow up to learn how to argue as well. Getting closer to the market because I can smell food, and in all markets in London there's loads of food like that. You can see it up there. It's a pirate castle. So much wildlife along here. Pretty amazing. looks like the entrance to the market. Loads and loads of food trucks. Even the birds get a bit of food here. This is Camden Market. Let's discuss. No comment. Really lively Camden High Street and Camden Market near Camden Lock.
What would you think about this packaging?
This is Camden. Oh yes. Just stopping off for some lunch in a traditional fish and chip shop in Camden in London. That's where it all goes on. And this is the fish and chips. Looks good. Something you've got to have when you come to London, to the UK anyway. Good old fish and chips.
Welcome to Camden.
As we've seen, this is the totally kicking Camden High Street. It's amazing. There is the World's End. I don't think it's from the Simon Pegg movie, but we'll say it is.